Good morning, it's Saturday. Okay, some sad news first before we get to the good stuff. Well, first of all, as you can see, Lucy's here. She's fine, don't worry, she's just sleeping. Hot down here again. But the really bad news is, and I have no explanation for this because they don't give me any reasons for it, and I don't ask for any reasons, but I lost 2 subscribers last week. So, like on, I think it was Thursday or Friday, I lost them. And I'm down to 19 again, folks, A little unhappy about that, but, what can you do? If people don't like me, that's the advantage of being a subscriber. You can get the hell out if you want to, okay? You're not required to be there. But I would really do appreciate the people that have subscribed and stay there. I've got, 6 or 7 of you that have been there since the beginning, and happy. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I really do. A couple of them I have to get in touch with. I'm not sure I can do it, but I'm going to try. All right, so let's start off with Football Sunday, shall we? Which is tomorrow, of course. But you know me, I like to be ahead of the game. All right, let's see. What are we doing here? Okay. That was Monday night's game. Dolphins, Commanders. I'm going with the Commanders. Giants, Packers. I'm going with the Packers. Giants got some serious problems. They got a new coach. We'll see what happens. He's really not new. He's the offensive coordinator promoted to head coach. We'll see if that does anything for the team. I think they need to go to the direction they always have gone in the past, and that is a defensive orientated head coach with some offensive skills, which means he's got imagination. Titans, Texans. Falcons, Panthers, Falcons. Vikings, Bears. Oh, God, this is a tough one. I'm going to go with the Bears. They seem to be coming on. Jags, Chargers, even though the Jags are playing real good. Bills, Bucks, well, you know which way I'm going. Not necessarily the smartest bet in the world, but I'm going with the Buccaneers because I love the Buccaneers, and I'm not a big Josh Allen fan. Steelers, Bengals. Now, ordinarily, this would be one of the games of the week, or actually the season, really, but I'm not so sure how it's going to turn out. I'm going to go with the Steelers on this one. See what happens there. Cardinals, 49ers. Somebody said, I have to look up something. Hold on a minute. I get information sometimes that I don't understand. And that's not what I want. That's not what I wanted. Sorry about that little interruption there. But I'm trying to accomplish something. Oh, it looks like Brock Purdy's going to be starting at quarterback. I thought it was something entirely different. My mistake. My mistake, people. My mistake. Okay. Let's go back to that. I'm going to take them in against the Cardinals. The Cardinals are a crappy team this year anyhow. Let's see. You know, they say, do you want to know why he's starting? Because they're paying him a ton of money. And you can't afford to have that guy sitting on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Rams, Seahawks. I'm going to surprise everybody to take the Seahawks. Broncos, Chiefs. Well, this is a must-win for the Chiefs. So we're going to go with the Chiefs. I don't know. A little leery about that one. Browns, Ravens, Ravens. Eagles, Lions, Lions. Raiders, Cowboys, Cowboys. Okay, that's the Monday night game. We'll check things and come back on that one. Alright, let's go over here again. See how we're doing. I have to check something. Something's doesn't appear to be working right, but I want to make sure it is or it isn't. How are we doing? Okay, no problems, no problems. Okay, we're all set, no problems. Alright, so let's get on with the rest of the stuff that's going on. A bunch of researchers verified and sequenced Hitler's DNA. Now you know the first thing I want is compare it to Trump to see if there's if he's a relative or not. Secondly, I want to destroy it so that they cannot create another Hitler. If they try to do that, I think, and they will, believe me, the Nazis will definitely come out of the woodwork for this one, because they remember the boys from Brazil. See the movie, read the book, do something. I haven't got time to sit down, and that takes hours to explain. But that's the point in time where we're at right now. Okay? So that's, I can see Trump trying to do that, saying, yeah, we need to bring Hitler back. Yeah, that's just what you need, you know? Now, whether this individual will still have the same mental deficiencies and attitude as the original one is not something that we can see about, but you know. And the other thing right now that's going on is the what do you call it? What am I talking about here? The the cover-up in with the Epstein deal now that, you know, they're going to release the files. So they're going around like crazy trying to cover shit up. I got news for you. There are Democrats in there. There are Republicans in there. There are plain people in there. Okay? In those files. He was a pedophile and he had thousands of followers, you know? And that's the sick part about it, is that his sexual perversion made him a rich man. And a lot of people don't know exactly how rich he was, but trust me, they made him a rich man. And they probably helped Donald out and some other people too, maybe Bill Clinton, who knows. I don't care who they get, all right? I don't think anything's going to happen because they're politicizing it rather than, you know, they've politicized the Justice Department, they politicized the FBI. You call it weaponization, I call it politicizing. I think that something seriously has to be done. I don't think those people should get away with anything. If it's look, in some states what they're being accused of will be considered illegal, but I'm sure the statute of limitations has run out on most of it. Is it immoral? Yes, definitely, in my opinion. All right, but again, I was talking about this yesterday. I can't fathom a 20-year-old going out with a 9-year-old, or a 5-year-old or something like that. I can't fathom a 12-year-old with a 5-year-old. I don't understand any of that. Okay, I can not don't condone this by any stretch of the imagination. The 14-year-old with a 20-year-old or a 30-year-old, or well, when you get to about a 40-year-old, I don't understand that at all, because there's just too much difference in mentality and personality, I believe, between a 12-year-old and a 40-year-old for that to be any kind of you're stunning the person's emotional growth when you put a relationship like that together. So who knows what's going to happen? They don't not it's their sexual growth might be much faster, but their personal growth won't be. I know it sounds strange. I'm not supporting any of this. I'm just saying that I can somewhat. I guess I can understand the attraction, but I cannot understand the attraction or anything about these 30-year-old guys with 5 or 6-year-old kids. I don't. That just, to me, that's not pedophilia. That's a death sentence for the guy. Really, they should just take him out and shoot him. Don't even bother taking him to court. But that's, I'm strange in a lot of ways, and I don't mean to belittle anything. I mean, I can understand it. I don't approve of it, but I understand more. I can understand more of a 30-year-old or a 20-year-old and a 12 or 13-year-old than I can a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old. I mean, that makes no sense to people, and people get upset with me. I'm sorry. I don't condone any of this, but I can understand it. A certain amount of attraction there. But I can't if you came down here and you saw the 15-year-old girls down here, just go. When I left New Jersey, 15-year-old girls were disgustingly beautiful. And I told you about the story I had with two of my neighbor's kids snuck into a bar that I was a bouncer in. And not through me. I was on the floor. They came through the door. I had nothing to do with the door. I had to, because I knew them, I had to get them out. But that was just something that, you see. That's not necessarily the maturity level, but the physicality of these young girls. You can't tell how old they are sometimes. You say you can. If they talk, you can usually, but not if their mannerisms you can, but not all the time. Depends how they were brought up, And I'm not, I don't want anybody to get the idea that I'm condoning these relationships. I'm not. I think they're horrible, disgusting, and the people involved, the men involved, or even the women that are involved with the children need to be, prosecuted or shot, depending on the age of the child and the age of the other individual. I don't. I read an article in the New York Post one time. They interviewed this pedophile in New York City. I don't remember whether his preferences were boys or girls. I don't remember that part about it. But anyhow, he was a big, heavy-set guy. And they interviewed him, and they asked him, do you think you... And he basically said to the interviewers, just, I should never be let out of jail. He says, if you let me out of jail, I'm going to do it again. I can't help myself. Now, you see, I understand that. That's why I say I'm not real, into this, let's be gentle. Let's be nice to them, and put them in psycho wards and stuff like that. Nah, put them in general population. Get the shit kicked out of them on a daily basis. All right, listen. I know I've pissed off some people. I'm not trying to piss anybody off. I don't condone any of that shit. I'm just saying I can understand some of it, but I can't condone it at all. not the slightest. And I'm sorry if I offended some people by saying that the other day, but it's you can theoretically see why. I'm not blaming the kids because they look great. I'm not blaming the guy. The guys, the perverts sometimes, and like I said with this interview that was in the New York Post. Oh God, 40 years ago, longer than that. I understand. He's saying the truth. That these guys never get cured. There's no cure for that. There's nothing you can do to that. That's just like if you're gay, there's no magic pill you can take that's going to make you straight. Okay? So, anyhow, now that I've pissed off some more people, I'll probably have no subscribers at the end of today. Let's go back, let's get more controversial. The Catholic Church elected this guy, president of the Bishops Association in the United States. And it doesn't look like the Catholic Church wants to take sides in the immigration issue. I don't even know whether they want to use their churches as sanctuaries for that anymore. I think they have to. I think it's in the canons of the church, but it's very strange. That the Catholic Church has always been strange to me. I mean, that's why I'm not Catholic. Well, I'm not really anything. I don't want to say I'm not Catholic because there are certain things I believe and certain things I just don't believe, and that religion is not something I'm fond of. So I don't believe in religions, any of them. So if you got a couple of days to talk, we'll talk about that sometime. And in the meantime, I don't criticize them. Okay. Don't question your morality or your religion or anything. Your morality, yes. Your religion, no. All right, so listen. Now I need to have some people come back or some new subscribers. And if that issue about the pedophilia and whatnot bothers you, let's talk about it, okay? Hit me up in the comments or something like that. But please come back to subscribe and hit that little button subscribe. I was very upset about that yesterday when I found out about it. So don't make me cry, people, please. All right. Anyhow, I won't be here tomorrow. Please, no applause. And I'll talk to you on Monday.